Since selling my tyre and auto business late last year for 7 figures, I actually had some time to myself and some time to evaluate what I want to do. And with that time, I got busy and started working on this Nissan Pulsar, and I really enjoyed the process. About 12 to 18 months ago, I bought this Nissan Pulsar. My idea was that I would fix a crash damaged car because I hadn't done it before, and I really wanted to learn the process of doing it. The mechanical side of it, the structure side of it, replacing the panel, ordering parts. I ended up buying this, a Porsche Cayenne, a Porsche Boxster. I had some of my car rentals get smashed and I was going to fix them. I ended up having 4 or 5 cars, too many of them, and then ended up doing absolutely nothing. So I figured it was time to document the process, help myself figure it out, help me learn it. You guys can give me feedback in the comments and see if I can get these cars back on the road. So with the Nissan Pulsar, I've really enjoyed the process. I've really enjoyed figuring things out, ordering parts, getting the wrong parts, getting the right parts, and learning as I go on what works and what doesn't. I'm not a mechanic by trade. I bought a tyre and auto store and ran that as a business. I didn't work in the business. I was purely the business owner and driving that business, but I had employees, fully qualified mechanics that did that work. So that's where it landed. But I was always interested in doing the work, so that's where I'm at now. So we're going to get into this Nissan Pulsar. I've pretty much done the front end now. Just going to put some fluids back in, put the bottom radiator hose on, get a battery in it, see if we can get it turning over, and then once it's turning over, we'll put the panels back on, and this thing could be done, and we could be on to the next one pretty quick. We do have heaps of parts, and I actually don't know what we have, so I figure the best thing to do is just going to be able to rip them all open and just see what we have. Otherwise, I'm going to be shooting in the dark. I'm hoping this is the right light, because what happened when I ordered the first lot of parts, they gave me the wrong model. And then I had to order them again, and it was a different model, and it was just back and forth, over and over and over. And hopefully this is the right one. Imagine if I dropped it and smashed it. Imagine if it was already smashed. Oh, lucky. Lucky. Oh. Good. So all these will come out. They just chopped them all off when they pulled it out of their wrecking yard, but these will plug out, and we just plug the old ones back in. So, if we have a look, fingers crossed, it actually sits where it's supposed to. It should sit there, like so, I think, like there. To do this car, I paid $500 for it. I'm probably $1,000 into parts. It's going to be $500 to get it inspected, to get it registered, to pass the crash damage, and another one of these is going to be about $400 or $500. The car's only worth like $3-4 grand. So, but oh well, we've never done one before, so let's give it a go. So I should really keep these because no doubt I'm gonna have to send most of this stuff back. Oh, now this bottle, I've already ordered this bottle wrong 3 times. Here's one of the other ones. You can see it's completely different shape. So this is why I'm cautious about the parts that I have, because all the ones I've ordered so far have all been wrong. But it looks like, now the guy at the Wreckers, Sunshine Coast Auto Wreckers, he's been actually really helpful. I got to give it to him. So 2014, hang on, what was that light? 2015, the headlights are 2015. Oh, so it is the wrong light, but the car is a 2014. Oh, what a headache, eh? What a headache. Why do I have a feeling that this bottle's not right either? No, it is right. It is actually the correct part. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? And one of the other ones I was concerned with was this one. This is how we found out that everything was wrong to start with. Because you'll see the original. This is the crash damaged one. And then this is the one they sent. You can already see up here, the wrong pieces up the top here. You can see those two wrong. And the one they've sent me looks to be right, but Who knows? So, original, old, incorrect, new one. I wonder, then, is this going to be the right one? Can you believe it? We ordered these parts like a year ago. That's how long it's taken me to pull my finger out and actually do something around here and get this done. At least my wife would be happy to see the back of this car. We're not going to be able to buy a Lambo because my cameraman doesn't pay attention. Ugh. Oh, that sticky tape's old. All right, so the million-dollar question. Is this actually going to be the right one? Oh, I think we are good. I think we are good. Just got to pull that bushing out. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We actually finally have the right parts, I think. So this can be the scrap parts pipe. Except for the headlight, of course, which we know is going to be the wrong one. So that's the wrong one. Is that one that I've already ordered? The same overflow bottle? Remember I said I'd ordered 3. Maybe it's because I already had the right one. So, have I ordered 2 of the same? What a fool. So I didn't need to order a second one because I already had one. And this is what happens when you leave projects to sit for longer than 12 months. One thing I do love to do is waste money, that is for sure. All right, radiator's in, radiator fan's in, aircon condenser is in. I'm just gonna put the bottom pipe in, the radiator support, I think. And then we can start piecing together the bonnet back on, sides back on, side skirts. Now this is the problem of not doing anything for so long is I've got parts everywhere and I think I've only got one bolt. If it's even the right bolt, it is. But I need another one. Alright, radiator's in, fans in, hoses are in, shrouds in, support is in. Sorry, not looking there. Horns are all plugged, everything's bolted. Just got the bonnet latches to go here. We'll get those on now. And then I'll put on the right side headlight. Alright, they are on. Hopefully the right side. I imagine I'm going to have to do a bit of adjusting when I put the bonnet on. It's probably going to be a 2-man job, but we'll see how that goes. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, but I figure if I just plug everything in, eventually I'll have 1 or 2 left and they'll just have to go somewhere, right?
Something new? Something bad, bro?
Did you just kneel me?
Yeah.
That should be it for the light. One thing we do to do these lights, we do have to polish these things. Get this yellow out of it, polish them up, get them looking clean. I highly regret not putting on earlier because now it's going to be a pain to get in. I'm going to go underneath. Oh, I did not want to go under there. All the spiders under there. Oh. Oh my God. I do not want to go under there with those spiders. But, job not done. Is the job done?
I'm not done.
Oh my God. I hate spiders so much. Oh, I don't have a clamp anyway. All right. So, I'm going to have to get a clamp for that one. I'll leave it there to remind myself. All right, so we have put back in radiator, shroud, fan, horn, all the hoses put back on, the headlight is in, support is in, the bonnet hinges are in. We're pretty good. So now we've just got a couple of pillar pieces to go in, plastics covers, plastic cover, and then we are onto the bumper and 2 front wheel arches, the side wings, the fenders, and then we are onto the bonnet. Now none of those, I don't even know if any of those fit. We're going to find out as we go one by one, but we should be, hopefully, we'll put some fluids in, change the oil and oil filter tomorrow, and fingers crossed we'll be turning a key tomorrow. Bonnet latch can go back on next. Now that the condenser, radiator, fan, everything is in, get this one back on. We will do the oil and oil filter before we drive it, but oil looks good. Ugh, a bit black. Ugh, it's been sitting around for a bit. So did we start it with black oil? Doesn't look. I don't know. It's pretty yuck. Alright, so we've done everything by the looks of it. Well, we've got the bonnet latch on, condensers on, radiators on. Everything is pretty much done. I'm just going to get 2 clamps for that hose. I'm just going to get that screw, which is right there, if you can see, for the condenser. I'm going to put the battery in, give it a little clean up. I do have to change the oil in the oil filter because the oil is black in the bottom. All the parts are pretty much in now. These are just plastic shroud parts. I've just got the battery on charge. Looks to be pretty much charged. So I might just run to the shops, grab an oil pan, do the oil filter, put some fresh oil in it, fill it up with fluids, radiator fluid, and then see if we can turn this thing over today. All right, we are back from Repco. Got the oil filter, some clamps for that radiator hose, an oil pan. Can you believe it? I owned a Torrent Auto store for 8 years and I do not have an oil pan at home. Now I do. And some Penrite HPR5 F5W40. I'll just check on that battery as well. 14.4 volts. Almost fully charged, so it will be good to go. All right, let's get these clamps on. Oh, there's so many cobwebs under here. Who knows what's going on in my ears? Oh, that's good. All right. The radiator, the bottom radiator hose clamps are now on. So we might move on to doing the oil and the oil filter. One other reason for when I take YouTube more serious is I've got degenerative back issues and my back really struggles. The bone in my back has worn to the point where it's rubbing on my nerves and I find it really hard to move. So by allowing me to do YouTube, I can do an hour or 2 a day and take a breather and not be too worried about a time schedule or anything. So there's that as well. This is gonna make a mess. Are you ready? Oh, look at that oil. That is feral. Look how black it is. Alright. Oh, look at the color of that. Black. Now, the piece we do need is this piece. And put some new oil in. Man, I'm glad I didn't start it with that old oil. Ugh. That is black. That is nasty.
Nice.
So now we should just tighten that up by hand, not like the last person. Alright, now let's fill up the oil. So we got 5 litres, it should take 4.5, I think, but
There's 4
Let's see.
litres.
So this is our oil dipstick. It's called the dipstick. Is that funny? Alright. Oh, do we have a funnel? No, we do not. Send it. Oh,
Perfect. Not much of a mess.
that's actually a really good skill.
You sure?
Should take 4.5, so we'll just go to 4. We'll just go to 4 and then let it settle. Then we'll check the dipstick there. It's got to work its way down through the engine there. Oh, now we're looking good. So it don't be any higher than there, that little dot. On the dipstick. Oh, look at that. See where it's up to? We're right here.
Close.
Look at the different colour, see? Nice golden. Not that black colour. Just double check one more time. Oh, perfect.
Nice.
Alright, let's get the battery in and then turn the key. Alright, now we're in.
Nice.
Alright. This could be it. Do we think we've done everything properly? Where the car's going to start? Alright. Got power. We got power to the dash. Lights are on. Lights on there, Marcus?
Yep.
Yep. Yep, they are.
Alright. Are we turning on? Alright, let's go to check. No leaks. Should just be at least from when we put it up, hopefully. Just keep it on the temperature. Alright, so it starts, turns over,
Nice.
doesn't seem to be on fire. Oil's good, engine's good, no overheating, no leaks, no fire. That could be a wrap. So tomorrow we're going to start putting the bumper back on, the bonnet back on, and the guards, and then we can drive this thing. Alright, are we turning on? Great success.